Mrs. Show.
I'm Mr. Flores.
And I'm Mrs. Flores.
And we are back with a good date night out.
Yeah.
We went to go check out Midnight Sun. I think this is the first one that is like extremely chick flicky than the ones that we've seen so far.
Yeah, like this is probably the epitome of chick flick, for sure.
Yeah, we saw the trailer and Gabrielle was like, yeah, we're going to go see that one. So let's get right into it. So what were just your thoughts right off the top of Midnight Sun?
So like I said, super, like as chick flick as you can get. I'm really hit and miss with chick flicks. Some I really like, some not so much. And they have to be like amazing for me to watch again, or at least like amazing to me. But I really like this one. It was cute. I think it kind of embodied like the awkwardness that you feel as a teenage girl. Especially like,
I mean, I think the way she felt really went both ways.
Yeah, but it was really good. It was cute. It was quirky, and definitely Avi had told me before we left, he's like, make sure you bring some Kleenex, you're gonna cry. I'm like, I haven't cried since P.S. I Love You came out, and sure enough, it hit me.
She was crying. Yeah, I shed a tear too. But I really enjoyed it myself. Obviously chick flicks and these kind of movies are not really the movies I go out to see. But it was really good. I think they did a very good job with the characters and making the story feel real and grounded.
Yeah.
There was that I can think of my tip only like two moments where they just kind of overdid it with the cheese factor, just trying to hit you with it, but it was just a really good story.
Yeah,
I really did enjoy it. So just going into the performances, I think were very well. I mean, the actors did a really, really good job, and I like what they did with the characters. Because especially with Charlie, I wasn't sure at the beginning because I was like, why is he's like always so stoic and just like gazing into nothingness. I'm like, what's the deal with him?
Yeah.
And so I'm glad that they gave you just a little backstory with him saying that, he was a party boy and he was hanging out with his friends and did something stupid and it ended up costing him a scholarship at the moment, and he had to get surgery. So he's like, do I really want to live my life like this? So I love that just that one little moment really gave me the depth I needed for the character. So I was like, that was really good. So you could see why.
And then on the other hand, Katie, like you get so much depth with her
and
stuff because obviously she's the main focus and everything of it. But just like with her illness and like what she went through and her relationship with her dad is so sweet. Like, and her friend Morgan and stuff, that I know we were talking on the way back from the theater, and that was one of Avi's favorites was Morgan when she was a little girl.
She can play at night. She's like, I'll see you tonight. And
I like pizza.
That was awesome. I love that little part. So it was cool, seeing Morgan as she grows up, and she's I don't even know how to describe her character. She's
like this quirky, like scene type girl almost. Like
she almost like the outcast kind of girl, but she's not. You know. So and then she kind of almost seems like she has that rough edge. Right. But really, it's just like a facade because like I knew it as soon as when she first mentioned about the annoying kid. I was like, she likes, like, they're gonna end up together. Like, I called that, which was funny because then he gets all drunk and he goes after her. So it was good. I like that. They had a lot of different characters, and then her dad too.
Which I normally think of him. I was like, what is he in? I'm like, he's in all the football commercials.
Yeah, so it was good, cool seeing her dad being like this really fun kind of dude, but at the same time having to be really strong. Yeah. So I just liked the moments when he did show emotion. You could tell that it was like, man, this is really heavy on him. Losing his wife, and then talking to the doctor, and then talking to his daughter in the kitchen. Like those moments were really heavy. So it was. I mean, they just did a really good job of like building the characters. So when these things were happening, you really felt it. So it was really good on that part. So performances across the board. I mean, I liked this. I'm gonna give them a 4 out of 5. I really enjoyed what these the characters they gave us and how they built them and how the actors delivered. It's like even that moment at the end when Charlie went to go see the dad and. You know, he gave him the notebook, and it was just it was a good moment, you know, like it was awesome. And that moment too, when she was said that she wanted to go on the boat, I'm like, okay.
Oh my gosh, I know. That was when like it was like tears are flowing. I can't breathe anymore. Like.
Yeah, that was it. You know, they went back to the flashback scene, and I'm like, okay, this is where she's pretty much ending it. And they did a really good job, I guess. And then we will switch right into the visuals of making her look sick, because the dates that they were going on, the girl is beautiful. That's a beautiful young girl. So they did a really good job of that. And then when slowly as it transitioned, you could see the just a little
her hands are shaking. You can see kind of it under her eyes and her fingernails. Or they made sure to like show that as well. Like they had this scene where Morgan is in the doctor's office waiting for her, and that there's another woman that has this disease and that's shaking and has her fingernails are real dark and stuff. And you see that like starting on Katie as well throughout. So it was definitely good. And at the last scene with her too, as she's getting onto the boat, like they're basically both supporting her up there and everything, and to get in and stuff. So.
Absolutely,
And so I mean, I completely agree. They did
and too, since she was out, she could only go out at night. But even though most of the scenes took place at night, the movie didn't really seem dark to me. And I don't know if it was because it was kind of an uplifting movie. But for most of it, I mean, she could only go out at night. So a lot of the scenes, or most of the movie itself, was always dark, during nighttime, until finally at the end where, she was out too late, and then she finally got on the boat with Charlie, and then that was it. And then, so it was cool. I like that. And then the story itself, very well done, or the visuals, I guess. They were good. I mean, nothing amazing, so I'm just going to give it 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
And then the story itself was really good, very heartwarming. I was like, I wonder if this is like based on a true story, because it's one of those, one of those movies that seems like it would be based on a true story. But I enjoyed the journey. I was getting a little annoyed with Katie because she kept prolonging it, and obviously if she wouldn't have prolonged it, they wouldn't have been in the situation that they were, because he would have known not to keep her out too late. And so you kind of get into that dilemma. There was probably better ways as they could have handled it.
Right, but at the same time, you get her wanting to be a normal person for 5 minutes,
Exactly.
So it's kind of just one of those lose win-win type situations where nothing is really better or worse than.
Exactly. So I mean, like, she could have told him. I mean, and even at that moment, she could have said what was wrong. They could have tried and planned something. Like there's all kind of different ways that you can kind of think of and speculate. But then, of course, we don't get the movie that we get. And it was really good. I mean, there was a couple cheese moments, like when he took her to Seattle and then had her play. Like the crowd, they were just so like animated, and I'm like, you guys are totally like, it just seems so fake and not natural to me that I was like, oh, that was bad.
And then at the end was like the YouTube song, like
I loved everything that he was doing, but then what he gets the book, and then he's driving away for college, and then just so happened to be flipping. Like I was like, come on, guys, man, like. Everything's been so good.
That's kind of what you almost expect in movies like that and stuff, but. Definitely with the scene when you're talking about where she's performing in Seattle, like there is the rest of the movie was so good, and then that almost like took away from it. Like it reminds me more of like a one of those like cheesy movies, like Bring It On 5 or whatever, like
because even her, she was getting all animated
into it, and that's what that kind of reminded me of. Where the rest of the movie was a completely really a good solid movie. But those little, that was the one worst, moment, took away from it. Just like us, just for the time, you're like, really?
Absolutely. And then again, like the whole song thing. But it was good. I loved the story arc of everything, showing them falling in love. And then, obviously, then you feel all bad and she has to stay, push him away.
Right.
All that. But yeah, it was a very enjoyable movie. I'm surprised that I liked it as much as I did. It was good. I mean, the main actress, she did an amazing job, and the boy Charlie did too. I mean, they did definitely had good chemistry on screen,
Absolutely,
so that was awesome. And I love the dad. I really did like that scene when he was interrogating him. Like, it was just funny.
It was cracking me
watching
up,
him. that was a good scene, and I love him overall. Like the way they wrote that dad, just good. I mean, like that's kind of. I feel like that's kind of how I would be as a dad. He had very good open relationship, so it was just cool. I mean, I enjoyed the movie overall. So I highly recommend it. If you watch this and haven't seen it, go watch it. Go have a date night. Go take your special significant other out and enjoy this movie. Take
and
some
bring
tissue.
her some Kleenex.
Yeah, take some tissue because you'll probably need it. So yeah, we highly recommend it. So overall, what I say, story 3, and 4 and 4. I believe the story I would give it a 4.
So 8 and 11.
And 11, yeah. Was this story same for you?
Yep, I said same.
Yep. So we both give it 11 out of 15. I mean, it was a really good movie. Yeah. Midnight Sun. Those are our thoughts. Thanks, guys. Peace.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching our episode.
Yeah, if you liked our video, go ahead and give us a thumbs up.
And if you didn't, you can double click on the thumbs down. Otherwise, don't forget to subscribe, comment, share, and like.
Right on. And check us out on our other social media outlets at Instagram and Twitter. And please tweet us at FF Media News.
Or you can engage with us through our email at ffmedianews@gmail.com.
All right. Thanks, guys.